You are experiencing the Kathryn Dunn Show. With us today is Bull, Greg Gorman, Matt Capazzi. I'm Kathryn Dunn. Welcome, everyone. How are you? Woo, woo,
Great. How are
woo.
you?
Great
Good.
guys here, and so is Tucker.
Yeah. Fingers.
Fingers in the air. Mitzi Cam, early time for a Mitzi Cam. Do.
Coming to do fingers with her paws.
Mitzi Cam, look over there. It's a Mitzi Cam. Hey Mitzi, how are ya? Aw, I'll take that
I'm
blink as a
Squinty
great.
too.
Good, that was a Mitzi. A Mitzi mitzvah.
Mitzi Mania.
Yeah, that definitely was. It was very wild. How is everybody? Did I ask that already?
Whew. I'm
You
beat.
did. We're still good.
Really? Why are you so tired?
I don't know. I had a I had I had dinner with my roommate and a friend of ours yesterday, and I kind of lost my mind for like 10 seconds because our mutual friend was so annoying.
Is it
I
this?
just I just started I just started laughing. I just started laughing. I just couldn't deal. So I just started laughing like out of the blue. Because it was just so ugh, I don't know. She just bugged me.
What did she do?
Well, first of all, she always shows up 15 minutes late. And this time I asked her, why were you late? And then she kind of spaced out and then changed the subject. And then she's kind of a mess. So she sits down, like I already have my appetizer, and instead of actually looking at the menu, she just asks me and my roommate, what are you guys having? So I tell her what I'm having, and she kind of judges me. It that that totally got to me. She was like, "What are you having?" And I tell her, I'm like, "I'm helping her order. I'm like maybe a suggestion." And she was just like, "You're having that for dinner?"
Wait, what were you having?
I just
Yeah, I want to know too.
We need to know whose side we're on.
Yeah.
salmon salad.
Okay, that's a perfectly reasonable food.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
mean, except for the salmon part as a vegetarian. However, I
Wait,
mean,
you said it as a nap. See, that's an appetizer too, right?
Yeah, but I didn't know how to deal.
Yeah.
So I just started laughing. Like and here's I guess the interesting thing about laughter is that you can have like fun laughter where you're having fun, and then you can have like laughter where you're just like, I'm not sure what I'm feeling, but I just need to laugh. And I couldn't. It was just that never like things never get that bad. But yesterday I couldn't deal. So eventually I went back to DEF CON whatever, and we kind of had like a normal conversation. But it was just like it was like the worst start to dinner. Like I'm helping you order your food, and you're like judging me. It was just bizarre.
wow.
Yeah.
And it's the same
Yeah.
friend that drives you crazy every time.
I'm she's always late. I'll say that. But she doesn't. I don't know. Yesterday it was just. She doesn't always drive me crazy, but she's always late. And yesterday she just drove me nuts.
What else did she do? There's got to be more.
That's
Or was that the biggest?
you mean well? Yesterday that was pretty much it. I like she asked me what I was having, and then she just like gave me this weird look, and she was like, "For dinner?" And I was just like, "You're welcome."
And that's it? You're laughing at that point?
Yeah, because she's 15 minutes late. I ask her why she's late. She kind of spaces out and changes the subject. And then I'm trying to, help her order. And then she's like, well, that doesn't help me. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. So I just started laughing.
Is your roommate laughing too, or are you the only one?
It was just me.
Is your roommate on your side or her side?
She's Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's just not getting involved.
Yeah.
All right. I would be curious to see what side she's on, though.
Well, at the end of the night, she was complaining about our mutual friend too.
Oh. What were her
Yeah,
complaints?
she was just like, yeah, it just seems like, everything turns into an argument. And so I honestly like, this mutual friend is a friend of my roommates, and the common sense question would be, do you still want to be friends with this person? Because I don't know, I don't know. She could be really annoying.
How long have they
That
been?
was probably the settle this petty stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we burned it.
I don't know. Oh, this is just venting.
Yeah. It could also be, are you out of your fucking mind?
True. And absolutely I was.
Ooh, yourself out of your mind.
You're crazy. All right, that is definitely some interesting stuff there. Now it's time for Are You Aware? And Do You Care? The segment where we ask if you are aware of what's going on in the world and if you care about what's going on in the world.
All right. Are you aware and do you care? The TSA has warned you that you should not try to fly with a figurine from Call of Duty that is a zombie monkey bomb.
Boo,
What?
TSA.
Why?
Well, it looks like a picture of it. I mean, it looks like dynamite. It looks like a little monkey with dynamite strapped to it. So yeah, I can see why the TSA might not advise putting this in your luggage.
That makes sense.
I want to know if there's something more to it, like it looks like dynamite inside. Because it goes through a scanning machine. Like, is it just the shape of dynamite that they're seeing?
I would assume so.
Yeah, there might be more to it.
I would want to think if something looks that much like dynamite in a bomb fashion, they would scan it for security.
Because they're not saying like and everything else that looks like dynamite, unless you're supposed to already know that you shouldn't bring things that look like dynamite on a plane.
I think if you're bringing something that is purposely made to look like dynamite, that should not go on a plane to begin with.
I got 3 paper towel rolls and some paper clips.
Mm-hmm. I put dynamite on them.
Now, yeah, with the words dynamite written on them.
Mm-hmm. And a DVD of Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple episodes of Good Times.
Good times.
Get up. Good times on the plane. Get out. Are you aware and do you care that Virginia Guffey, one of the most prominent accusers of Jeffrey Epstein, has passed away, apparently of suicide?
Yeah, this is such a weird one because she said she would never do it.
Said she would never do it, but like a week or two ago, said she only had a couple of days to live because she was in like a car accident.
Yeah, like a bus hit her.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because the royal family is known for their bus murders.
The vehicle murders.
Yeah, the vehicular homicides.
They can get cars to do their bidding.
Yeah.
Are you guys aware and do you care that a Florida woman dressed up as an ICE agent and kidnapped the wife of her ex-boyfriend?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wife. Like, that's how long the relationship's been over, girl. Get over it.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. That's true. Or is that true love right there?
Well,
If you're so open
if
that'll do
if
that.
she's hot enough, I guess it's
Yeah,
true love, right?
exactly. I need to know how hot she is to know who's
If this is true love or psycho shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Same with your friend who
Oh,
Yeah, is she hot? We want to know whose side we're
no,
on.
she's 92.
Oh, let her
Oh,
do what she wants.
oh wow. Okay.
Sorry, I guess I'm the
Um,
bad guy.
Yeah.
all right. Are you aware and do you care that uh sperm racing is becoming a thing, or they're trying to make it a thing? And I love the link that you posted, Catherine, in the link, the words in the link: sperm racing, gay, sport, Los Angeles, crypto, betting, LGBTQ, college athletes. I mean, just that link
So
alone.
are they
Story right
watching
there.
this with like a microscope?
Yes.
Watching it with a microscope, and
It is microscopic stuff
My God.
where they're racing sperm to a fake ovum.
And
or
how
whatever.
do they tell the different sperm?
I'm not quite sure because I've never been to a sperm race.
I guess they put numbers on them
Yeah,
so you could tell the
on
difference.
their backs.
Yeah.
I think it's two different tracks, if you will.
so what's
Oh,
going
okay.
to happen? I'm looking at the. So two guys will each produce a racer, and teams from different
Can
schools,
you
different
they
colleges.
they produce a racer? What does that mean in this context?
What you think it means? So one from University of Southern California and one from UCLA, and then the samples will be stored in temperature-controlled chambers before being launched onto an 8-inch long racetrack modeled on the female reproductive system, with a current helping to guide them upstream. All
Wow.
this will play out on a microscopic slide with the video magnified 40 times onto a big screen
Hmm.
projector at the venue and also streamed online. And now it's a best of 3.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
The same racer or
I assume because I'm not sure how they're picking, if they're picking an individual sperm or if it's
loads of sperm?
yeah well
Individual loads?
yeah
So the egg is the finish line.
yeah.
Wow. This is what we've come to as a society.
Oh, pun intended.
Not even noticed. But yeah, this is what we've come to.
I'm just curious how you would train for this in some ways. It just sort of genetic that, do guys have different speeds? Is this like
I don't see how you could. I mean, you put your sample down and then
Yeah.
your sample does whatever it does. I mean, unless if like changing your diet, if that might make a difference. I could see that.
I'm definitely curious. Because
Yeah.
that would mean, like, if you could figure that out, you could figure out reproductive stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe.
I was thinking, what were you thinking about when you when you produced your sample? That's the key.
I was thinking about sunshine and lollipops.
And that's why I was so slow. You gotta get nasty. Are you aware and do you care that new rules for for voting for the next Oscars are in effect? Rules that include uses about generative AI, and voters will now have to actually watch the nominated movies, have to prove they watched the movies they're voting on.
That should be
Well,
a
that
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should have been a day one kind of thing.
Yeah.
100%.
I've voted for stuff that I haven't watched.
Wow.
I know.
So this you're going to be in trouble next year.
I'm part of the problem.
You're part of the problem.
That's okay. I get mad at 92-year-olds.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
You didn't tell if she was hot or not, though. You just said she was 92.
Yeah, she's hot, 92.
Anyway, let's see. A lot of animal stuff I'm scrolling over. Are you aware and do you care that Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, has remarried from behind bars?
Wow.
Yeah, that guy's been married a lot.
Yeah, remember Tiger King 5 years ago during the pandemic? We all loved it.
Remember how that got us through the pandemic and we all talked about it?
Yeah, talked about Carol Baskin.
Yeah, we don't say she's a bitch on this show because we love her. But it is so much fun to say it.
I mean, it is funny. Yeah.
So is he
We'll
out
never
of
say
prison
it.
or is he still in prison?
I think he's in.
Yeah, he's still in
Oh.
prison. I think for a long time. I think it's for attempting to murder her.
Yeah.
And all
Well,
the
wait a second.
probably
So how does that
financial-
work out with? How does that? How fun can your marriage be if your husband is behind bars?
I mean,
I think they both are.
I'll check the story.
I think they're both behind the same bars.
Wow.
But he's an interesting.
Well, wouldn't I mean like? Yeah. Okay. Are they in the same prison?
I would hope so. Just for their
Yeah.
sake.
That would be romantic.
I don't see that said in the article, but I mean, it doesn't not say it. I don't know. Whatever. Are you aware and do you care that according to ChatGPT, people saying please and thank you to ChatGPT, adding those words to prompts in ChatGPT is probably in the aggregate has cost them millions of dollars in server costs.
Good.
Wow. Killing them with kindness.
What's funny about that is people do it because they're like, once the machines take over, I want them to know I was kind to them. But the machines will just be like, you cost me money.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then it'll have the opposite effect.
Get to the point.
Human.
Yeah.
And guess we'll close on this. This is big news. And of course, the funeral today, his funeral today, but are you aware and do you care that the Pope passed away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That the Oscar campaign for Conclave was really, really out of control, I think.
I know, the viral marketing is obscene.
Yeah. But did a good job, though. Did a good job.
Yeah. A little too late.
Little too late, but
at least they're getting some views.
yeah, apparently it's like through the roof on streaming now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I already saw it. 'Cause I get screeners.
Well, good for you. And that's
Wow, this is a musical?
And
Yeah.
do you care? That's right. We're gonna make a new pope. Make a new pope. I'm filled with hope. I'm gonna wash myself with soap.
And find a
There's
new
no
pope.
hope because there's no pope. There's no hope because there's no pope.
And now it's time for Are You Out of Your Fucking Mind? The segment where we ask if you are out of your fucking mind. Anyone got anything? You see a lady walking with an umbrella and it's raining out, and you ask her if this is Brooklyn or Manhattan. And then you say that you live in Queens. Are you out of your fucking mind? Also, you see that same
actually.
lady walking and you like insist on giving her your phone number.
Well, okay, here we go. Back to the same question. Was she hot?
Who, the lady?
Yeah. That makes a big difference in this scenario.
Well, I don't know, Matt. Do you think I'm hot?
So
I'm the
you're
lady.
what? Oh,
But was the guy hot?
No,
oh,
the guy was not
okay.
hot.
I thought you were talking to a lady that was using an umbrella.
No, I was using the umbrella. I know I never use an umbrella because I hate umbrella people, but I was using an umbrella on this day, and it was a rainbow umbrella. And this guy was like, "Oh, excuse me, can I ask you something?" And he seemed like earnest enough that I was like, "All right, what?" He's like, "Can you tell me if this is Manhattan or Brooklyn?" And I'm like, "Sure, it's Brooklyn." And then he's like, "I live in Queens," which didn't make sense because like if you're asking if this is Manhattan or Brooklyn, you're a fucking tourist. But if you're asking if this is Brooklyn or Manhattan and you live in Queens, there's something wrong.
Oh,
And then he wouldn't let
okay.
me leave until I took his number, so I texted it to Bull. And then Bull's like, "Why are you getting guys' numbers?" I'm like, "I'm not really."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What? So wow, so a guy gave you his number and you gave it to your boyfriend.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Okay. I mean, you're just asking for an awkward conversation.
Why am I getting, Bull's like, why am I getting dick pics now?
Wow.
Yeah, I called the motherfucker.
Did you?
How did that go?
I threatened him. No, I didn't.
Okay. Oh, was that a bunch of bull?
That was a bunch of bull.
100%.
That was a bunch
100%.
of bull. Yeah, there was something wrong with that guy. He asked me if I was married, and then he was like, "I'm not married." I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy," but I'm sure he is married because like, I think he just stood on that corner trying to pick up anybody. He wanted me to smoke with him or drink with him.
Wow.
It was insane.
So he was hitting on you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, he was.
So you don't like that?
Oh no, I like being hit on. I like the attention. If I didn't get hit on, I mean, like, then I would just wonder, like, what happened. And it wasn't so bad that he grabbed my phone and put, like, my phone number in his phone somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, tell him about the pizza guy.
Like the pizza
Wow.
guy. This
Do
was
tell,
outside of a
Kathryn,
pizza
do tell.
place, by the way. I have the worst pizza luck with men. This was outside of a pizza place, but there was a pizza guy who, all right, it was a dollar slice place that I would go to sometimes near the pit. And one time I felt like the pizza was probably a little cummy and I didn't want to eat it because I just got a bad feeling about the guy. But then I went in there again anyway, even though I knew the pizza was probably a little cummy was the vibe. And then this dude was like, "Let me get your number." And I was like, "Oh no, let me get yours." Because like it's easier if I have your number, then I just never call you.
Yeah, right.
But he grabbed my phone and he put my phone number in his phone by calling himself or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he started sending me dick pics.
Wow. Like while he was making pizza?
The pizza's cummy, guys. Don't get dollar slices. The cheese isn't cheese.
Oh, God.
That's the
No.
secret.
So wait, were the pics really cheesy?
Yeah, they were. Cheesecake photography.
There was some sausage in that pizza.
Oh. Lots of meatballs.
Yeah, you can call me pepperoni.
Gross. So yeah, he still does it from time to time. Even though I've blocked his number.
What?
Yeah.
How does he even do that?
I don't know.
He finds a
That's
new
weird.
number, like, it's my dick again, like that.
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's like it's turning into a land shark skit.
Here it is.
Damn
My dick.
it. Damn it. Damn it. It's my dick pic! This is me
Who
in the
is
shower!
it?
It's my spicy penis. So yeah, that was the pizza guy. I don't go there. I don't even walk by there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all out of their fucking minds.
Yeah. They're all out of their fucking minds.
Ooh,
Any more?
fortunately not.
Yeah,
All right.
everything.
Now it's time for uplifting animal news with Matt Capazzi.
Okay.
The guy who fights 92-year-old women.
Yeah, that's me. all I did was laugh. All I did was laugh.
Poor lady.
What? I don't know. This is kind of all right. Wait, it's uplifting animal news, right?
Correct. That is the segment.
Okay. Okay, so skip that one.
Yeah.
I'm so curious what's being skipped.
Yeah. Alrighty. Scientists from the University of Exeter, it sounds like a planet, captured rare footage of wild chimpanzees in Guinea-Bissau sharing naturally fermented African breadfruit, which was not made at the pizzeria that Kathryn used to go to, prompting questions about the evolutionary roots of human feasting behavior. Tests confirmed the fruit contained up to less than 1% alcohol by volume. Although the apes likely don't get drunk, researchers suggest the sharing may promote social bonding, similar to human traditions involving alcohol. So I guess humans go to bars and wild chimpanzees find a bunch of African breadfruit, and everybody gets their swerve on.
Aww. That's precious. Little social drinkers.
Yeah. Okay, that's a video. Waiting music, waiting music, waiting music, da, 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 waiting music, waiting music,
Waiting music.
da, 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 waiting music, waiting music. All right. Oh well, that's not uplifting either.
Oh my god.
Waiting music, waiting music, waiting music, waiting music, waiting music. All right. A dog in Arizona led a 2-year-old boy to safety after he spent a night alone in the Arizona wilderness last week. So that dog is being praised, and rightfully so. Oh,
Yeah.
the dog's name is Buford.
Yes, and we covered this last week. The update is that dog is getting showered with gifts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they've
So
been
it's
reunited.
So that's great news.
Yeah.
And I think that's uplifting animal. Well, no, there's one more. Okay. Los Angeles Zoo's newest baby, Casper, the colobus monkey, is driving the internet nuts. Let me see. So yeah, when the Los Angeles Zoo decided to tweet a picture of their latest addition, a baby colobus monkey named Casper, they might have been expecting the replies to be a chorus of "Aw, so cute." And indeed, there were a lot of comments along these lines, but there were also a lot of replies that had quite a different reaction to the titchy primate. And so if you go to Are You Aware and Do You Care on Facebook, you'll be able to read the comments that were sent for Casper. And that does it for uplifting animal news.
One of them was something about a Victorian child, like a scared Victorian child. Can you find one of the comments?
Let me see.
Because the comments are really funny.
Okay. So there's a dick pic from a pizzeria. Um,
Pizzeria dick pic. I didn't expect to see it. Why is this pizza cummy? The man who makes it scummy.
so what do you want me to look for?
Just any comment that they made
Oh,
about
okay.
this monkey.
Okay. Oh my goodness, too adorable. Please tell him I love him. Please, please, please. I love him. Aw, so precious. But others didn't think that he was all that adorable, to say the least. One reply just says, nope.
Oh.
Another one says, Casper, Casper has seen some crap. Another one says, I will never sleep again.
Aww.
And the last one that I'll read, Casper looks like he slept in his makeup.
Yep. That's one. Casper. Casper's adorable. All right, now it's time for Tattletales, where we all talk shit about our pets. All right. Time for a Mitzi Cam. Mitzi Cam. Look at that girl eating.
Oh, I have a toy update.
Oh, good.
I got some new toys for Mitzi.
Let's see them. She been playing with them?
She's been, a little bit. She doesn't really play with toys.
Aw, she's a dignified lady. She doesn't play with toys.
Yeah.
What a lady. Mine does, because she's a little scamp. Look at Mitzi. Yeah, mine loves her toys. Tony.
Oh, cool. Does Tony get freaked out by your wall of puppets?
No. No, she doesn't.
Yeah. Does she ever claw at them or anything, or?
No, and my dog didn't mess with them much either.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you want.
How's Tony doing?
She's good. She's small. She's meowy. She's cuddly. She sleeps on my face at night.
Aww.
Whether I want her to or not. You know
so if Tony went to Hawaii, she would probably go to Meowie.
Yes, she would go to Meowie.
Oh.
She's been so meowy lately. All right. Anything else you want to share about our pets?
Nope.
Yeah. I don't know if she likes her salmon anymore. I got to get her a pate. Yeah, because of her tooth that came out a little while ago. She's been having a little reaction.
Oh, okay. Does she still have a lot of her teeth, or?
Just that one fell out, and then there's one that's short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, she lost her good tooth.
Oh.
Yeah, poor girl. And
can she still eat?
Yeah, she can still eat. It just seems like it's more difficult for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, poor girl. Poor drooly lady. Yeah, my lady. My poor girl. She's getting older. She's young still, though.
How old is she?
She's around 10.
Okay.
I'm not sure, though, because, I thought she was 6 months old when I got her, but now I don't know how old she was when I got her because she hasn't grown.
Oh.
You know, she still looks like a 6-month-old.
Do you take her to the vet? I mean, don't they put her date of birth on there?
No,
and stuff?
they said that because she's a cat and they age so gracefully, they have no idea how old she is.
Wow. I wonder if she's a Highlander.
Yes, she is. Why are you laughing, Greg?
It just sounds like something they'd say to spare your feelings. Like, oh no, cats just age so gracefully that we can't tell how old she.
Well, how would that spare my feelings?
I don't know yours, but or just Tony. It's like, oh yeah, she's turning 29 again this year.
What are you trying to say? My cat and I both lie about our age.
I mean, I'm just you're saying what your vet said, so maybe your vet's trying to lie about Tony's age.
No, nobody would do that. No, who lies about their age?
Yeah, who would do that?
Yeah. Someone once thought that I was lying about my dog's age just because I lied about my age.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought
I
that was
mean,
very
it
funny.
isn't a terrible
What?
conclusion. It isn't a totally wrong conclusion.
No, they weren't wrong to think that. It's just my dog really was 7 at the time.
So so have you lied about your age like earlier in life? Like were you 8 years old for like 5 years?
I started lying about my age young, but not that young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, everybody starts lying about their age, when they're like 19 and trying to buy beer.
Yeah, no, when I was younger, I lied and said I was older. Let's just say I get older and I stay the same age. Like, basically, I've stayed the same
Yeah.
age. I've been 21 since
I
I was
think
9.
I guess Tony has caught that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's my little baby. She's my kin. That's why she's got the same thing.
Oh,
We
so
both
you and
age
Tony are
gracefully.
Highlanders.
We both age
So
gracefully.
you and Tony are
Yeah.
you're both
We're
Highlanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we age so gracefully.
And
now,
you have swords hanging on the wall.
Yep. And now it's time for
Ooh, that reminds me.
And the word to get started is graceful.
Graceful reminds me of a TV show called Will and Grace, which I used to watch sometimes.
Will and Grace reminds me of musicals because it's a musical type. There's lots of music in that show.
Musicals remind me of going to see Footloose, the musical, a couple weeks ago.
Footloose reminds me of me being younger and staying awake, watching all sorts of movies and TV shows, and just like being in my television room or kitchen, like rearranging the seats so that I could watch TV or music TV.
Music TV reminds me of watching MTV. I watched MTV a lot as a kid.
I would also stay up for days watching MTV.
MTV reminds me of VJs like Alan Hunter, Martha Quinn, and Downtown Julie Brown, and Kurt Loder, the news reporter.
Kurt Loder reminds me of the worst day in music history, and that's the day Kurt Cobain died, and I was not alive yet.
Kurt Cobain dying reminds me of, I was only aware of that when the Dare program said that, just mentioned it in an offhand way, like, oh yeah, that guy in that band who died. I'm like, what? Who's that?
Dare reminds me of musicians trying to get people just to say no to drugs. Meanwhile, those musicians were serious drug addicts.
Which reminds me of the time a DJ came to my school and said that he doesn't do cocaine, and that if anybody wanted to drug test him, just give him a few days notice and he would totally let them drug test him. And everybody was like, obviously this guy does drugs.
Right. Obviously this guy does drugs reminds me of Pete Hegseth, because he had a chat group which included a journalist, and he talked about attack plans.
Which reminds me that my friends that have been in a group chat for years and years and years are now on a Signal, and I don't get as much of the updates.
signal reminds me that I'm a cord cutter, so I have broadcast TV, but I don't get ABC. It just doesn't. I don't get the signal.
ABC reminds me of the Jackson 5 because I have to mention the Jackson 5 every freaking week.
Which reminds me, I'm going through my head. Did that actually happen?
I remember mentioning the Jackson 5 last week.
The Jackson 5 makes me think of Michael Jackson, which makes me think of like, should we listen to music of people who've done things? Should we throw the art out with the artist?
Michael Jackson reminds me of other people that used to be socially acceptable and popular, like Bill Cosby and P. Diddy. And it's sad what happens to some of the famous people that we grow up with.
Because their art didn't age gracefully. I was trying to bring it around.
And you did. That reminds me. All right, now it's time for
What now?
where we bring you a completely random couple's gripes and we have you settle them. Remember, there's no right or wrong, but whose side are you on? Bull, do you have the bag?
It's not a bag. I don't know why you keep saying bag week after week. It's an email, but no.
It's not Pony Express.
Why does it have to be an email? It could easily be mail to our P.O. box. Does any...
Oh, we're not discouraging. We're not discouraging viewers from using Pony Express.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
do. Please
Send
send
us-
it by owl.
Yeah. Signal.
Messenger
Pony.
pigeon,
Yeah.
Pigeon, yeah.
message in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Sending out an SOS.
Yeah.
Which one of you guys has it?
Here, I got one. Dear Kathryn Dunn show.
I thought you didn't have it. Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
must have
just-
found one in a bag.
You found one.
He's improvising.
I just
Yeah.
dug it up. That's right. I watch this show week after week, and the host doesn't seem to have her face in the damn frame. Can you tell me why is that?
Well, that doesn't really sound like a couple's anonymous gripe, but I'll tell you that on some shows there are
Shots
issues
fired. Wow.
with composition and urban planning.
Says here, P.S. Move to the left.
There you go. Thank you, viewer.
Wow. This letter is very immediate.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
very immediate. Does anybody else have one? Because that doesn't feel like we could settle it.
Seems like you settled it perfectly.
No, I want a better one. Greg, Matt, Greg.
Oh no, I don't have any letters, packages, carrier pigeons, messages written on the sand by desert island stowaways.
What about messages done by flashlight in the sky?
Flashlight in the sky. No.
Matt, I saw your hand. Do you have one?
No, I was just asking, like, is there anything from the news that we could pull that would be a good settle this petty stuff?
I got one.
Because I mean, we talked about a couple news stories.
A person who says they're never going to kill themselves kills themselves after they've accused giant people.
Giant people.
Oh,
Big
Okay.
five full
Is that true? Or
Yeah.
what is that from?
Virginia Giuffre. Giuffre?
Jeffrey? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Is that a he or a she?
Because there was a tweet from her in like 2019 saying like, I'm not suicidal. If something happens to me, I don't believe if I ever commit suicide.
Well, that's really sad. I'm sorry to hear that that she did that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't generalize. I wouldn't I wouldn't I would trust someone that says that they're not going to do it.
So you think that she didn't do it and it's like some sort of crazy cover up?
No, I thought you were saying when someone says that they're not going to kill themselves, they usually do. So like, it's sad that happened, but I think in general, I don't think that that's a rule that you can apply to every case.
No, I'm actually saying it's strange to me that somebody who said outright, I'm not going to do it, has died that way. Do we think she actually did it? But like, the new information was that she had that accident, so maybe she did it. It's just a crazy turn of events.
Mm-hmm.
Was it suicide?
Yeah. So in some years ago, she accused Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. Then a little while later, she's like, by the way, guys, people want me quiet, so I'm never going to commit suicide, and I'm telling you this now. So if I die by suicide, just know I was killed, basically. Then recently, she got hit by a bus and was given 2 weeks to live. And now she's died by suicide.
That's highly suspect.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I always believe what powerful people say. So, powerful people, send the bus to Kathryn and Matt.
Wait, what?
Hey.
Why are you trying to get us killed?
I'm trying to save me.
What?
Wow.
You're a sick bitch.
Yeah, for real.
You're only out for yourself.
Living the life.
Kathryn, you should give that pizza guy Greg's phone number.
I think I will.
Dicks all the time.
Oh my God, that's a great idea, Matt. I'll just be like, hey, boo, I changed my number. Send your dick here. Send it to me every morning.
Landstar.
Save me, powerful people.
Nope, you deserve the dicks.
Save me, Jeffrey Epstein's friend.
No, Greg, tell me Greg said, all right, I've got to settle this petty shit. My friend just sent 2 buses at me and another friend to have us murdered. Does he deserve dick pics every morning to ruin his day?
Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's
No
2
way.
against 1.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he deserves the dick. He deserves the dick.
I don't want the dick.
That's why you deserve the dick.
No. I don't want it.
Yeah, you earned it.
No.
Earned it.
You have to be punished.
Uh-oh. It's the stare of death.
That's perfect.
Stuff's going down.
You want the dick?
No, not at all. I hate the dick.
Well, I'm going to send you the dick because you had a bus sent to my house.
How did you survive the bus?
Exactly. You didn't think I would, but everybody on that bus is dead because I'm a bad motherfucker.
That's not how bus accidents work.
When did Tucker turn gangsta?
When this bitch tried to kill me, I went dark.
Are you gonna cap his ass, Tucker?
Yup.
No, don't cap me. Maybe we can send a bus to someone you don't like as make good.
Well, too bad that bus is broken down.
Hey, Tucker, do you believe in sending dick pics to Gray Guy?
I believe in everything.
You believe in everything?
Greg, Tucker, are you gullible?
No.
Hold on, I'm getting a text. Ah, it's a magenta dick.
That's right, bro. With blue pubes.
Oh, oh, ah.
You can tell from the stubble it's mine.
Wow.
Well, all right. I deserve
Oh,
just that one pick for trying to
Wow,
have
we're at-
the bus run you over it. Oh, wait, I get another text.
So this is a gender reveal.
Yeah. Tucker has
This is-
both.
What a terrible gender reveal.
Well, okay, look, you said you're going to send it to me once a day. This is twice a day. And hold on, I'm getting another text.
I'm making up for lost time, bitch.
Ah. No, this is it's the hole you put your hand in.
The hole I put my hand in?
Your hand hole.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
gross.
that.
You're into that.
Yeah. It's called stuffing.
Ugh.
Wait, by looking at the pictures, can you tell if Tucker wipes the handhole?
I don't want to look that closely.
Look close. Zoom in.
No. Hold on, I'm getting another text. Oh, it's a close-up pic.
Yup.
No.
Here it is.
Look at it.
No.
Look at
Okay,
it.
so welcome to the show called Let's Be Friends. Today we have Tucker and Gray Guy. Tucker and Gray Guy, you guys used to be friends, but today it doesn't sound like you guys are friends.
Nope.
What happened?
Not at all.
Well, he tried to have me killed, so I sent him dick pics and hole pics.
Wait a second, Gray Guy, did you really want to kill Tucker?
Well, yeah, and I figure since he's trying to send me all these gross pics, I should have gotten the job done the first time.
But I wouldn't have sent the gross pics if he didn't try to have me killed.
Well, you tried to get me caught up in conspiracy theories, so I had no choice.
No, the conspiracy theories were there. The truth is out there.
I just didn't want the powerful people to come after me, so they sent them after you.
But they didn't even have our radar until you sent them my address.
Gray Guy,
Corey, am I the
think
bother or not?
What?
Gray Guy, if you call off the bus, I think that Tucker will stop sending you explicit texts.
Yeah.
Okay, I promise I won't send another bus or any other means of public transportation or vehicle transportation to murder you.
What's this fucking bike doing outside my house?
It's I didn't tell him to stop yet. I'll call him.
Tucker, it sounds like you've turned into a nervous wreck lately.
Yeah.
It's off.
Are
It's
you
off. I'll do it.
shaking?
I'll do it.
No. Why would I shake? That's for bitches.
Wow, Tucker, you're so gangsta.
Yeah.
Okay, it's off. The bike should be gone now.
Well, it isn't. Oh, okay, he's leaving.
So are you guys friends again?
No.
It might take a few days or to patch this up.
Hmm.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting another text.
Tucker, can you please stop sending him text?
Oh.
Tucker, are you addicted to doing that now?
Yep.
Well, you need to stop it. I'm not going to murder you anymore.
But
Tucker, do you work at a pizzeria?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you do this to all your customers?
Just the hot ones. And Gray Guy.
Yeah, it matters when
I'm
they're
not
hot.
hot.
Nope.
Well, that's over the line. That's it. I'm leaving this show. I'm sorry.
Bye, Felicia.
And scene.
What a dramatic one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Had everything.
I think Tucker had a heel turn.
Yeah, let's hope the real Tucker comes back next week, because that was sad to see.
Yeah.
Just how it's so sad when you push a man to his limits.
It's like, you know how there were different versions of Batman? There was like the 60s silly Batman, and then there was the dark 90s Batman. I think we're witnessing a metamorphosis of, happy-go-lucky Tucker getting darker and darker and gangsta.
So weird something I'm behind would get dark.
Yeah.
So unlike me.
Very unlike you.
Yeah. Poor Tucker. He believes in everything. All right, now it's time for...
On this day in history, nothing was solved.
With Matt Capazzi!
Alrighty. Okay, so... do, 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 do. Oh, in 1810, Ludwig van Beethoven composed his famous piano piece, Für Elise, and nothing was solved.
It's a ringtone.
Yeah, I think all animal lovers like Für Elise.
I like it. It's been my ringtone. I don't have ringtones now because I keep everything on vibrate.
Same.
Uh,
I don't want anything I own to make noise.
Oh my god. That's funny because how much he hates his upstairs neighbor.
Yes. No noise. I want silence.
Yeah. All right.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Everybody shut up.
Kathryn, do you wanna plug your 21st birthday?
Oh yeah, I'm turning 21 at Secret Pour on June 1st at 6 to 10 p.m. So come through to my birthday right there in New York City. It's Brooklyn. Thank you, Matt. And I'll be doing improvised storytelling, and it'll be based on what the audience asks. So it's important that you be there because the quality of the show depends on you. If it's not good, it's your fault.
Mm.
You should say that.
Are you gonna bring Tucker? Are you gonna bring Tucker?
I should, shouldn't I? What'd you say, Greg? I should say what?
Well, that should be say that for all improv. Like any suggestion, it's we're only as good as the suggestion. So if the improv's not good, it's your fault.
That should be. Yeah. But that's my little wow, is that a dick pic, Matt?
No, that was the blame finger. It's your fault.
Sure looks like a dick.
Wow.
Wow, nubby. Who's got the nubs? I have too many nails on mine to look like a dick. Yeah. If anybody wants a pizza dick, I got a number for you. Yeah. Is there anything we feel like we need to talk about before we get out of here?
No, I think we covered everything. I think we grew a lot as people today.
Yeah, I think so too. Thanks, guys.
We grew, and then we took a picture of ourselves, and then we grew some more, and then we took a picture of ourselves, and then we grew some more, and then we took a picture of ourselves.
With a very small Coke can for reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. You've been amazing. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, everyone. Love